Hey guys, welcome to another session of Epic 7. This is an account help for one of my guildmates, Saitama or Onepunchman. I asked him for permission after this. Originally he was struggling with the difference between his Guild War heroes and RTA, so I was like, hey man, I'll offer to, take a look and just see, because to me at least, philosophically, RTA and Guild War heroes now, in terms of builds, are getting closer and closer, especially when, especially in where we are, around the top 20s kind of Guild War. Most players are, dabbling in RTA, so if they have a defensive hero, it's most likely an RTA build, so therefore your offensive heroes can also be built for an RTA build. But regardless, it was a good opportunity to take a look. The difference between my account help versus account review videos are that account help is generally a player struggling with a specific thing, and I'll pick and choose the different topics, whether or not to post them on YouTube, thinking that if it's important or it's useful maybe to some players, then I'll post it onto YouTube. And in this case, I thought it was good. So basically, Saitama, long story short, as you're gonna see through the video, through the VOD, it's he actually has really good gear. He has really good gear, and I think he may just not have enough of it. And so it goes through a transitional phase. At first we're building an Arby, and then I see his DPS gear is really crazy, and then we start transitioning to what he has built, what he needs to build, and then the kind of bars. I gave him some numbers to hit in terms of certain heroes, which ones are priority in RTA, since I think he just dabbled in it, he just started in it. Difference between an account review, if you guys are wanted to know the difference, and I know I've been asked, hey, can you do my account review, and it was from a struggling player. Account reviews are mainly higher caliber players who are already known for something. Either it's a meme team, or they're a legend player, or someone that I just find interesting in general, just a thinking process or something, and then we'll feature that as a showcase more so than an account help. So that's what the difference is. Anyways, hopefully you guys watch this. This is an hour long. It's pretty chill throughout, the tone of it, as I was really just thinking how I can help them in terms of builds and stuff like that. But hopefully there are little things that are maybe more subtle that could be useful or helpful for some of the players watching this who are maybe building for RTA, building for PvP in general, or just the methodologies in terms of how you find your gear in order to piece together a new hero or new build. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this. No, Uzo, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying that this won't be a Wyvern 13 help one. The gear is fine. Okay, we are, yeah, okay, we're good. I'm sending out your expeditions again. Alright, so let me turn on the... Okay, so we're doing just account help. Personally, I so just give you a background that you is that he's one of my recruits for Iggy. So gear he passed, so I think he probably needs a kind of an update, I guess, on where meta builds. I'm here to learn about Wyvern 13. Yeah, Gino, you need to get back to your Wyvern 13. Toxic. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look. Cause he's doing RTA. Actually, Onepunchman, do you mind if I check where you are in RTA right now? Cause your struggle is RTA heroes built versus Guild War heroes built, but I think that if you're built right, it's gonna be more or less the same. Check it. Okay, thanks. Okay, so you just started. Okay, let me take a look at your roster. We'll check by CP, as so commonly is asked. Okay, so you roughly told me your RB stats. See, I mean, in terms of a DPS RB, I don't think there's anything wrong here. I think you have to focus on one or the other. Is this man a dolphin? Well, I'm assuming he actually does pay. I mean, he was generous enough to sub to me as well. He hardly checks out my stream. He just comes on one day and then he just subs. So it's actually a good RB, to be honest. But I think where you're finally the struggle is that in RTA, like you said, it's not fast enough, but then it's not tanky enough. So you don't get the turn. So why the speed, right? In terms of damage, I don't think you can get more damage. Probably just increase your crit rate. But like the damage is like very solid for that speed. So yeah, only gripe is CC. Yeah, me too. Like 95% is even like asking for too much. But it's actually really good. Like in terms of like an RB, if you just rate an RB, gear wise, it's very efficient. You have like very little defense or HP, or even none actually. So it's all like usable stats. You get some effectiveness in there, 16%. Yeah, everything is like, oh, this helmet is low roll actually. This helmet is very low roll. Did you get 2 crit rate, or did you get a lucky 5 crit rate on the plus 12? The helmet is slightly on the low side. Let's see. Let's move some gear. So yeah, either 250 RB or nothing. Like he has to go tank, and that's the only way to use him RTA. But like the higher you go, the less you will pick this type of RB into your like first 1 to 3 slot. Let's take a look at your speed. So if we can get him faster, like maybe he'll be usable again. Whoa! First things first, like this is pretty good. You get 2 speed out of it. This is already closer. You don't need that much damage for the 250 speed. That's actually a lot of damage still. We're gonna see how fast we can get you. The neck is perfect, slightly on the low side too, but it's actually still perfect rules. Yeah, I think he has imprint. I think he has imprint. Did I check it? Yeah, it's triple S. Yeah, to get 4K plus with like that much speed, it's usually triple S. Yeah. For 250 speeds, triple S will help a lot. Check Kawarik's gear. Okay. Ah, because you have him built fast. Interesting that you have him built. 275? Whoa! Woo! Woo! Spicy! I would definitely go with a book. I mean, the way you're using him, I would just go for a book. Just secure the ignore resist, honestly. You don't even need that much damage. I know you're going for the crit rate here, but like, oof. Yeah, that's beast. That's very beast. Yeah, so wait, what would happen if we swapped Arby to Kawarik? In my opinion, Kawarik works without that much good gear, but the speed is important, and Togol's ancient book. Uzo, I'm gonna ignore your comment, because stupid questions don't need to be answered. Not important. Let's take a quick look at your I'm assuming it's speed on everything. Yeah, so Kawarik. Let's just do a direct swap. Whoa. Okay, so now we only need to find crit rate now. Yeah, I don't know how much you use your Kawarik. Okay. So that's insane. You're already looking for just some crit rate. You have some really good gear on your Kawarik. I would say too good. 4K attack, 285 crit damage, and 100% crit rate, and we can lower that speed, and I think you got a really good RB. But the thing is though, this actually looks really cool. How many of us get owned by like a 270 RB? It could be very crazy. Hold on, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, no, if he wants to play Cowrick, I mean, no one can change him. I think at the end is like, it depends on who he wants to stick with. Okay, so I think the neck is what we can change. Arby's neck, go back to it. Okay, so we're at 262, we got more crit rate. The music stopped. 18 speed. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore Uzu's message. Because obviously I'm not gonna be keeping it at 66% crit rate. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, let's see, crit rate and speed. Your Luluka? Okay, this is already very close. 10 had a 270 RB at one point. Probably around a crit rate neck, 250 crit damage. Lulu is Wyvern 13. Don't worry. I'm not gonna make the change. Like I said, I'm not gonna make a change on your account. But I mean, this is it. You have a lot of like decent DPS gear, speed DPS gear, just to even just move around. Like I see so many options right now. Chest piece is super easy. What do you have? You have 15 speed. You have crit rate. So let's go for higher speed and higher crit rate. 23 speed, dude, man, your account is pretty impressive. Okay, so we got 15 speed, Mort, 12 crit rate versus 11. And then we move this boot. Maybe go back to the RB one, 15 crit rate. 253. See, look, you're getting very close. You're getting very close already. You have the gear. You just need to play around with like what you want to keep built. You're making me look like a pro. This is easy stuff. You just have the way. You have the stuff to move. Okay, so we need. Okay, let's see here. We want to maintain the speed. So speed. What do you need now? You need maybe attack and crit damage. Got 13 crit damage. Let's go for a higher crit damage, maybe. Okay, unfortunately, you don't have any more higher speed DPS helmets. But this is already getting close. So, like, it probably won't take too long for you. This is pretty good. Do you have a better boot? Let's say crit damage. You have 14, no attack. I wish you could filter 3 substats, to be honest. That'd be great. Crit damage, crit rate, attack. Okay, I think the boot is probably gonna be as good as you're gonna have it. This is a crit one. This might be good too. Yeah, so it's between the Cowrick one. Okay. And then maybe the 15 speed, 12 crit rate, 8 crit damage. Let's go for high speed, crit rate. Crit rate is 19 crit damage, 14, and then 17 crit rate. No other DPS stats. You have some pretty good gear. Like this I could spend hours literally just doing this. Well, look, even this is very deadly. Yes, the crit rate's still scuffed, but look at that mix of stats right there. We need 5 more speed. We need to find a bit more crit rate, and then that crit damage is gonna be crazy. We're gonna drop crit damage. We have to. There's no way you can get the speed. Whose account? This is Onepunchman on stream. Maybe the helmet, actually. Maybe the helmet needs more offensive stats. It has a lot of speed, but 16 speed to make up. 20 crit damage, 3 speed, 24 attack. Okay, let me flip this around. Let me change to speed priority and then attack. Okay, no, you don't have... Yeah, no, we're not gonna ungear ML Luluka. You probably just use her as much as your Arby. You know what? ML Luluka must be really good then, actually. Yeah, I see, like... Just saw Basket for Midnight Blue. DJ and Clown Arby in a way. Yeah, I mean, up there. I 100% agree. Solidus. Yesterday, I had to do a 1 match off stream to prevent decay. And I didn't use RB, and I won. And it was because I didn't draft RB. In my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Onepunchman, I will say this, like, you definitely have the gear to make a really good RB if you so choose. I'm more curious of actually your other builds now because it might not be worth it. You might just have to be like, you know, don't pick RB, especially in the first 3 picks. He's decently good, or if you struggle with RB, maybe you have to steal him. But it feels like you have the gear to make him really good if you want, but it seems that you might have to like lower the criteria of your other heroes. I don't know about Cowrick myself. He's too fancy to me even right now. I would just go with like higher speed, lower the damage. If you really care about the damage, near 100% crit rate, lower the crit damage or even attack. Keep the speed, and then just soul burn the S2. He's a good disabler, followed by an attack. So like I don't know if he needs this. I would say this is pretty premium gear on him. RB is usually your 3rd pick. Yeah, RB, especially higher up, is not a, especially speed RB is not a really crazy, like, you know, I must pick him first. That's a lower mentality for sure, because like that's how, you know, people have struggles with RB, right? But up top, people can out tank him. They have a lot of counters to him if they want to. This is a pretty good K-Ron too, actually. Holy crap! This is a speed boot K-Ron with near 300 crit damage. What the heck? Coward's gear ready for V-Ryo? Remnant Violet? That's insane, what the heck? If it's Remnant Violet, then yeah, if you had him a triple S, I think the RB mock-up, because he has the same... Does Rylet have the same star sign as RB? He does, right? So technically your RB, your Rylet would be super insane actually. Hold on, let's mock it up. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Where's Cowrix? This Cowrix is like speed, right? That one, yeah. And then we had to assume that Onepunchman is going to triple S the Rylet if he gets him, or he probably already has the imprints ready. So we have to remember the self crit rate. Yeah, that would be nuts. That would be nuts. If you had... Yeah, if he had a triple S, it's 16, right? Is it 16? He has a green violet at SSS. When you get Rylet, I don't know about feeding a green violet into him though. In case Violet gets a buff or something. But that would be nuts, yeah. You're very, very crazy actually. A lot of damage and a lot of speed. I could catch off a lot of people off guard. Wow, okay, well, let's take a look. This wasn't meant to be like an account review, actually. But your Your account level is definitely good enough for an account review. Holy crap! Outside of your HP being a bit low, maybe your crit rate, that's a lot of damage coming from your Spec Tenny at 206 speed. Higher up, you're gonna find that this is a bit too squishy. I don't know, were you pretty high last season in RTA? I shouldn't even be one to talk to you about RTA since I'm not super, like, experienced. You hit Asia player 270 speed, so you got destroyed. Yeah, Solidus, like for Remnant Violets to be really good off lifesteal, you gotta be really fast. Like, it's still very scary because you can't kill them. You still can't kill them. They get turn cycle so quick. And then if you keep missing, they stack up so quick. So Speed Rider is still definitely in the game. It's just that most people can't get the gear. Lifesteal is actually easier. Okay, so you rarely did RTA before. Okay. So Onepunchman, like as you know, like a lot of us in Iggy are like talking about RTA builds and stuff. If you ever lurk, just look at the builds that we post. You get a pretty good sense of what you should aim for. Like these are actually good builds. Like there's nothing wrong with your builds. They're good, but it's just like okay. Luluka looks a bit. I thought she would be a bit better than this, to be honest. But 250 speed is what you need, at least. But people are going faster now to kill off speed Arby's. Like damage wise is fine though. The S10 would be good enough to get masters. Yeah, I think his hero challenger should be no problem. He can big brain his way around champion too if he wants to push that far. But yeah, for master, he's over masters level, 100% over masters level. This is not a masters account. This is at least a champ account. It's just that he needs to move the gear. Melissa, very good damage, but low crit rate. But I guess you don't really need it for the strip, at least, or for the double turn. $260, $270 Rylets. Going to your Bazaar, they're really fair to kill. I think I already told you it's better than yours, Uzo. I'm just kidding. Love you, bro. Love you. I'm gonna say this, that if Onepunchman gets triple S Rylet, his Rylet will be one of the the 1%er speed Rylets. The Rylets that you're facing, Uzo, that 260, 270, they'll have like no damage, 3.5k attack, those kind. I'm pretty sure if I just run, hold on, I'm curious about this. It will fill the kill your Bazaar, but I'm gonna do a damage calc on the Rylet that we just mocked. Like if he gets it. Hold on, one sec. I'm very curious about it. This is interesting. Like I wish I had this much gear, to be honest. If I had it, I think I would have a lot more DPS built. So it's the Cowrick ones, right? So speed and crit. I know that he's missing a bit of crit rate, even if he triple S, but I want to see like in terms of like if he can maintain the damage. How much damage would it do? Actually, Uzo, give me your Bazaar's defense number. Your Bazaar is, you don't remember HP? Okay, at 2 point, you're at least 1.1 only. 2.15, 2158 defense. Okay, thanks. It's gonna be like, it's not gonna be 12,000. If it's 12,000, that's amazing. But I remember your Bazaar is fast, so you won't get that much stats. Double defense right side. Your Bazaar has over 100 ER. You know what? I tried to build the ER Bazaar. I actually think it's good. It's a good idea. Remnant Violet. Okay, hold on. I'm just looking at the damage calculator right now. So what does he have? He has 3 point. Oh, wait. There's gonna be a bit of a difference because he has triple S imprint. So I'm gonna say 3.8. 3.8k attack for this one. Heal 3.8k. Let's just say 3.8k. 272 crit damage. Oh no, 285. 285 crit damage? 285 crit damage? Your besides flat defense main. What's the HP? What's the HP? So I'm looking at this right now. 2,158 defense, right? Okay, no, forgive me. You're right. It can't kill. It can't kill it. It can't kill it. Even at the damage. You're right. It will do only like maybe 75%. You don't need to boot it up. It won't kill your Bazaar. It won't. Your Bazaar is at least 10,000 HP. He will do 7,450 damage to your Bazaar at your defense. So yeah, there's no way. Oh wait, no, wait. I forgot to click increased attack. 11,000 damage. 11,000 damage. Sorry, I forgot the increased attack. You still need to do it on the calculator. It doesn't auto calculate the attack buff. So 11,175. No, I'm using the calculator. It does account for the defense pen, yeah. It auto calculates the S3. Nah, I'm not gonna cheat. He's most likely gonna be on Moonlight Dreamblade. I don't know. Actually, wait, would he be on Talisman? Would you be on Talisman? He might actually be on Talisman, actually. For that speed. It would make more sense, wouldn't it? Oh, what the heck? Sorry. I accidentally closed my BlueStacks. Hold on. Sorry. Scuffed streamer. One sec. Oh, you're going on Talisman? Okay, let's say Talisman then. One sec. Let's say where is it? Violet Talisman and then the first stack, right? Let's just say turn stack 1. Turn stack 1. Okay. Only 200 more damage. So 11,920 damage. It's still more. Your Bazaar HP is 10,000. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so it will one-shot it. So I'm just saying Uzo, the ones that you faced are nothing close in terms of stats. It will one-shot it. If you max stacked your Violet Talisman, it would do 13,000 damage to a 2,158 defense hero. That's pretty good. You know, I found a Talisman, especially now with the Bryceria meta Gil artifact. So you're talking about like that first turn, you don't want her to miss, right? Because there's a possibility for her to miss if you have Moonlight Dreamblade. That's very cool, man. I just saw I still have my DM up to you. Wait, to you up? Oh, it's 15, right? Okay. Sorry. All right, so let's go back. This is very interesting. Any other heroes you kind of feel you struggle with? Let's take a look. Actually, do you have Robbie built? Robbie is very solid. That's pretty good. I think the crit rate is a bit on the lower side. Bruisers after the oh wait, it's not even 90'd. Okay, hold on. Take that back. It could be still on the low side. Crit rate, especially on a crit set. Oh, the Twitch DM. I see. Why am I so old? Was that your message? Because I think Defu said, why am I so gay? And then I forgot what the other ones were. Anyways, it's pretty funny. I got a lot of DMs. Let's take a look here. Roz. We have same build. Roz is slightly on the slower side. But again, not full 90 gear, so it's probably just not good enough to 90, which is fine. It just means don't do it. Lilius, Bastion, I think that works. Oh, that was Naz. Oh, definitely. I saw smelling hair. Yeah, how do you remember it? Wait, how? What? Let's go with CP again. Sorry. Okay, let's take a look. You have some decent gear to move around, yeah. So like something to aim for in terms of your spec 10. Try to get at least 10,000, 11,000 HP. I think you can lower the crit damage for it and she'll still be good. 100% crit rate, of course. Those are like low champion, like usable spec 10s, but yeah, she needs to be a bit more HP. Faster ML Luluka. That's where I would put her at. Damage I think is fine, but just faster. I can't believe he put that much gear on Cowrick though. That's so the gear on him is like actually really good. I think that's what I think this Cowrick is what people would want their Pavel to be at. If they're doing Pavel cleave, this is kind of what they want Pavel to be at, but maybe higher crit rate, of course. And he said Arena Landy, right? I didn't miss that message. That's actually pretty tanky for Arena. Oh, I see. Okay, it's right. It's attack boot type. It's actually pretty good. Not immunity. Otherwise, you're almost ready for RTA with it. It's pretty tanky actually, just for Arena too. Needs to spread speed gear. So sad. I want to see how much speed gear he has. I think he has amazing speed gear. He's just, we're looking at like a spread thin kind of version. Attack rate is the crit rate is a bit too low. So what are you, hold on, what is wasted stats in this? The HP is actually pretty good. I think attack probably adjusted a bit for higher crit rate. If you plan to use it in RTA. Vildred, Celine. 85 crit rate, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust 85. At that point, I think I would rather have her on a crit set. J Kise on speed set? Interesting. Probably not used. Otherwise, even if it's on a speed set, the damage is slightly on the low side. It's raid? Raid J Kise? Whew, okay. Interesting. We're... Okay, 292. Okay, so you have some speed gear. You definitely have some speed gear. 292 is not super easy to achieve. It's about 18, 19 per piece. So you're gonna have something dropped here. This is 15. This is it. This is your lower one. But overall pretty good. You got 23 speed chest. I wish I had that. 20 speed. I wish I had that too. Yeah, that's sweet. Pretty good. Solid. Yeah, it's solid. Yeah. But I think he has faster gear. I think he has faster gear. If he wasn't chasing effectiveness, pretty sure he would have a faster series. But 292 is usually pretty fast. Lifesteal SSB, 15,000 HP. I think it has multiple uses maybe. Say the defense is on the low side though. Arena, okay, Arena SSB. Better than your account, Gino? Gino, what's wrong, man? Why are you still rolling purple gear? Gino in our guild chat, he's always like rolling purple gear. And I'm like, why are you rolling purple gear? You know you're always gonna get crappier builds with purple gear. CDOM with a speed boot, that's actually pretty good. 300 crit damage, almost 4k attack, that's pretty good. You can't help it. Just don't roll it, man. Just don't roll it. Just don't roll purple gear. Unless it's an upgrade. But I feel that a lot of the rolls you roll are not upgrades, you know? It's just like you're rolling it because you feel that the substats make sense to roll. You should get that out of your mind. Yeah, okay, so the thing about Robbie, your Robbie is actually pretty good, like really well balanced. Slightly more crit rate. You could drop the crit damage with the crit rate, because like what are you critting? If you don't have the crit rate, your crit damage doesn't do anything, right? So in that case, like I would even like, you know, up the attack more than the crit damage on this Robbie, that is. Otherwise, like HP, defense, speed is good, although ideally immunity set if you can in the future, but just so that she doesn't have to be trapped on the first turn. Lifesteal Champion Zerato. Probably not full finished. I mean, it's on the Abyss gear, so it's not. Yeah, it's not really. This neck probably is old because in the criteria of like the meta now, this is a very, very low neck, especially for a mage. So damage wise, I think that's fine. I think it's just a bit more defense. And maybe speed actually. If you had, yeah, because you have an attack boot, right? Robbie looks like yours. It's not bad. This is not a roast. This is because Onepunchman asked, you know, where can he improve? The Charles is actually pretty good. It's pretty high attack for the no imprints too. Okay, so the stats on this is pretty good. It's tanky enough and it does enough damage. And on Justice for All? Wait. Wrong artifact? Okay. Wait, yeah, I was like, wait, what? Let's take a look at ML Ken. Yeah, it works. It works. I mean, that's tanky. It's got damage. I work for like Guild War or something. Reasons like build. Archdemon's Shadow. 3.6k attack and okay, you're going with the lower effectiveness build. That's actually a lot of attack for the beef and the speed. Yeah, that's actually a lot of attack. Oh, 16 speed. Yeah, effectiveness would be really nice. I would say 100 effectiveness is where I would put her at right now. But the high attack, I mean the damage over time could be something, but yeah, I don't have her myself. I would say yeah, 100 effectiveness at least though. That's why YD's debut of her didn't work well, because it didn't have enough effectiveness. So did it resist, or is it because it failed to proc? Because I mean there's a pretty wide range for it not to proc. This is pretty good Alencia. It's on a speed boot. Crit damage, crit rate, health and defense, all pretty good for an A only. The speed is on the low side, but it's actually pretty good. I was surprised to see that's a speed boot, because that's my Alencia speed with an HP boot. But I mean, it's just substats, but it's good. It's good. Still learning to use her? Okay. Keyshire says, man, she's there for long games though. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, she's not there for bursts, right? So, like, maybe the frenzy can kick in. So, I'd say 100 is enough. It's, like, more than enough. But, you know, it depends. I think it depends on his overall, like, drafting style. Like, what kind of heroes can he support that ADS? Like, if he has a healer, right? You know, versus not a healer. 250, 2k defense. So, F clearly slightly on the lower side, but you're on an Elbrus type, so for the CR boost, it's tanky enough. It's tanky enough. Speed is sort of there. F10y. Effectiveness is good. I think the speed is way too low for it to be on non-immunity. The speed is too low. I struggle with mine without immunity when mine is decently fast. But yeah, at that speed, unless you're not using her in RTA. But PTSD from counter plus Elbrus F Clury. Oh, it's pretty cancer actually. Her turn cycling becomes pretty nuts. So yeah, I guess the speed is not necessary if you're on Elbrus. I mean, 250 is not slow, so his F Cleary is pretty good. This Robbie is very fast. Crit damage and attack is on the lower side though. It's bulky. Depends on the fight, but you might not be really using her. 2 non-90'd. Old build, okay. Momo, too low effect resist. Sage Baal, this is crazy stuff. 20,000 HP, 1400 defense. You got 2k attack, 2.1. Yeah, this is solid. Like, there's not much I can say to change on this. You're on a Tika Scepter. I think if you bring him into RTA, try. Oh, you have him at a double S too. If you bring him into RTA, put him on a Proof of Valor. You'll find that a bit better, in my opinion. You proved my worth in Fire 3. I saw, Sam. I saw, by the way. I was gonna comment on the people that hit my Fire 3s. I'm like, okay. Yeah, Proof of Valor is annoying. It does.
That's a 5-star ML! What?
Chance Chan, thank you for the sub. Yeah, it's a really good Sage Baal, yeah. Okay, hold on, Sam. Wait. we continue on our D-Gen conversation from 2 nights ago. I know we were talking about a 5. Now you're talking about a 6. I got the meaning. Don't think that escaped my memory. Did 1.3 million, but it said 2 million. So I need to improve my work. Nah, you did 1.3. You took out one of them. It's fine. It's good. But Ares did a really good job too. This is fine. This is fine. This will work. It will work. But you know, she is pretty decent. In the 4th or 5th slot in RTA, depending on their draft. If they're all dark, she's pretty good. I was drinking water. That scared me. It scares me all the time. The ML 5-star thing. This is why my summon sessions are usually pretty scary. Because people can jump. Basar probably just used in like offense or whatever. Crow. This is an RTA ready Crow, I think. 25,000 HP. Yeah, looks good on immunity. This is ready. Yeah, probably not. I mean, you could get a bit of HP out of it, more effect resist. But yeah, probably not a big priority. At a B. FCC. Whoa. Woo! That is a pretty thick FCC, man. 222 speed, 28,000 HP, almost 27,000 at a 1700 defense. Self-imprint at an S though. That's crazy. Yeah, this is very thick. Very nice. 222 speed, very good support. Very good support. Wow, look at that neck. That's sweet. 25 defense. That's got fly health too. Wow. Nice. Very nice. I would say that, yeah, out of you have some really impressive DPS gear. You got some decent tank gear too. You actually have some really pretty decent tank gear. I know, it doesn't really seem like an account help. I don't know how I can help him, to be honest. Like, I'm here admiring his gear. He asked for help. He wasn't even... I don't think he was trying to... So I mean, the background is that he had a couple guild wars where he felt bad for drawing. I mean, it doesn't matter. I think honestly, I think you know what, Onepunchman? If you like had the time, like I'm obviously assuming like you work and stuff, but if you had the time to kind of like just even ask a question in terms of like, hey, is this team like good? I think the guys in Iggy who have some of them have worse gear than you, they can still hit pretty efficiently. So I think it is just experience. I don't think your gear has problems. I feel bad that he feels bad. I'm out here basically purposely in. Yeah, no, he doesn't need to feel bad 100%. But I think it's because his lack of connection. He doesn't understand Iggy's full of trolls. So then he feels bad for letting the team down. But it's actually not that bad. I think I'm the only sweaty tryhard in the guild. And all I do is poke fun of someone. But then I int all the time. So they poke fun of me, right? It's the same thing. It's called guild love. poor skill, low experience. I think maybe honestly it's just the experience. Honestly, I don't think your gear you have a problem with. Like, so it's very clear that you either did it recently but picked it up really quick, or you already knew, but your math must be really good because you're min-maxing gear really well on your heroes, which means that like in that part, like you're probably one of those like more quiet but like really smart people, but you don't know, maybe you find it awkward to socialize. You're like one of those what do you call this, brilliant mind. Is that the movie with the dude? I don't remember. Oh, RTA even more so is experience, but I think he's talking about Guild War. Like this Ruel is like, you know, it's good and it's all on heroic gear, so that's actually it's really good for heroic gear Ruel. Like, yeah. Russell Crowe, that's the dude. Yeah, Beautiful Mind. Yeah. Even though that might not even be the movie's theme. I don't know. I have no idea. Jacob become a personality test. Sherlock Jacob. I don't know. But I mean, I'm looking at his gear. He doesn't really need account help. No, this ends up to being an account review. This was unplanned, by the way. I mean, on my stream, I think I said account help. But like I said, Onepunchman tried to apply to Iggy for quite a while. I've rejected him in the past because his gear wasn't good, and then one day he comes back, he's like, yo, are you still recruiting? And I took a look at his gear again, and it's proved a lot. So I'm like, actually, you know what? Let's take him on. Which at that point, he already had better gear than some of the Iggy guys anyway. Dizzy works. Yeah, I did, Gino. I rejected him, I think, twice. It's because his gear wasn't there. His gear was not there at the time, but he improved in the like short months in between the submissions. And then that's when I'm just realized, okay, then he's gonna have potential, right? It's kind of like Bitcoin, right? It's kind of like Bitcoin. You see the potential, man. You gotta buy in early. You don't have to skip around it. You just say he has better gear than me and Gino and move on. I'm not skipping around it, man. You guys. When can I join Iggy? I don't know, Deke. We gotta take a look at your gear again. Wait, nah, Deke is kidding. He wouldn't join. But I think we are looking for recruits. I think. I think we're pretty much done. Let's take a look at Rowana. Rowana's pretty easy to build. I mean, that's pretty chunky. You're on pretty much free gear too. Alina. Counter Alina. Yeah, you see, like, this is a very solid Alina. That's very solid. Speed is on the lower side if you really wanna, if I really wanna really be picky, but I mean, it's solid. How are you grilled cheese? Actually, Deke, the thing is though, if Iggy was really desperate, honestly, we'd take anyone. I take Uzul, I take you. I know that sounds bad, that sounds more like an insult than anything, but I'm just saying that our criteria is not that high. It's not that high. We're not that tryhard. It's almost... I need to get counter Alina on immunity. Yeah, that's not a compliment. I never said it was. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so I would say this, like, you have... I think from everything I see, you have the right idea in terms of like what to build, but you don't have a lot built actually. That's actually where I'm more surprised. You don't have a lot built. It's enough, I think, to carry you to like pretty challenger RTA, no problem. I think champion you can do it if you don't care about losing some matches. You could definitely do it. You definitely have the gear. I don't know how I can help you. I think right now it wouldn't be like, you know, let's improve your Arby. It would just be more like, I think it's just drafting. And then honestly, for Guild War, it's just like, you know, if you have trouble theory crafting like a certain like comp, just ask. I think you have the gear for it. Far more Wyvern. I need a way direction to build heroes basic on my gear. based on your gear, you mean? Well, let me, hold on. Let me take a look at what you have as spare gear. And then maybe we can see like what is like your cap. Is there a way to filter out used equipment? Hide equipped equipment. Okay, there you go. Okay. Okay, let me ask this way actually. Like, what's a hero you really want to build? Don't look at the gear. Don't look at like, oh, I got this gear, therefore I'll build this hero. But what's a hero you want to build? Try that direction. And then we see if you have the gear for it. And then you start realizing, okay, what you're missing. And then you craft and roll speed gear, only speed gear. And then during that process, you might get some really good gear for other stuff. But like, what's a hero that you really want to build that you think that you might need? RTA heroes? Okay, so I would say Cowrick is an interesting pick into RTA, but I don't know if he's gonna be very, very effective. Let me see if you have all like the crazy knights or whatever. Okay, I would say this, Roz, you can prioritize him to be better. Try to aim for 240 speed. 250 speed is asking for a lot, but you can go higher defense, lower the HP a bit. Effectiveness maybe 70, 80. Where's Politis? Politis? Let's take a look. Are you a Politis shrimp now too? Politis needs to be faster, in my opinion. She needs to be at least 230. I would say 240 to be safe, but... Crap, that reminds me, you have to farm a wyvern from Politis. Hold on, I want to take a look at his knights, because I think his knights have... I mean, if he wants to go that way, knights will be the easier way to climb, honestly. It's still the easier way to climb. F-Clear, I think it works if it's on Elbrus. I think Lilius is fine for certain fights. Roz, I think you definitely need to improve. Crow, I think is okay. Crow is actually good. FCC is totally fine. Don't need to do that. F Maya? I would build an F Maya. F Maya is a very hard to kill, very hard hitting hero. She's just annoying to deal with. Try to go with a speed set defense boot, or some sort of hybrid. I can show you my build after this. With a speed boot, but like about 150 speed. You don't need to be on counter set. And she needs to be on Elbrus. High crit damage, high defense. HP could be about 15,000. And of course the crit rate, enough crit rate to make you feel comfortable that she can do damage when you need it. I think the knights that you have built, and F Maya, I really actually would focus. She's not a light bait anymore. F Maya is not a light bait anymore. So you should rather just build her as a DPS now. You haven't pulled her in my 2 years of playing this game. You talking about F Maya? Plus 15 Ice Corinne? Let's take a look. It's a wyvern killer. That's pretty good. It's a lot of purple gear that I probably wouldn't have. Like, this one's okay. This one's okay too. A hit set one. Yeah, whatever. I mean, works. If he needs to hunt wyvern, that works. Let's take a look at your other one. So knights, yeah, Roz improve. F Maya, definitely build her up. You won't regret F Maya. She's very annoying. She's actually very annoying. I would say Spec Tenny. You lower the crit damage, improve the HP. Tamata Luluka, if you do draft her, 250 speed. Her priority honestly is not just nuking out Arby's, it's just to CR boost the entire team and then go into stealth and be safe. So then she's on Dignus too, so you want to get the turn. So I would drop the damage for more speed if that's what you need. Champion Zorado, I would say probably a bit more tanky. Otherwise SSBs still cut through this pretty quick. And kill T-Surin. Yeah, of course, of course. Did you have T-Surin? You did, you did. You had T-Surin. I say Tempest Surin, you could drop the attack a bit for crit rate. Or the crit damage for crit rate. But yeah, I mean, speed I think is okay for lifesteal. Faster the better. But you're already pretty pushing this build pretty high in terms of damage. So not much else you could drop except the damage for the crit rate. Kairon, your speed, honestly, I don't know. Like, I think this is fine. I probably wouldn't change it. Don't go out of your way to change it. Immunity on top model Luluka? If he can. I don't know if he has it though. Like DPS with speed, with immunity. With 100% crit rate. Melissa, you probably won't use her. Landy needs immunity. And slightly faster. Slightly faster, you could lower the attack. Maybe pump up the defense and HP a bit more. If you're worried about it. Lower crit damage for a speed boot. Yeah, an attack could be about 3.2. TML needs immunity. Well, actually, you know, the thing is though, if that's the case, every single hero needs immunity. I mean, we just say that. Celine, I would just get more crit rate, and it can work. It can work. Just a bit more crit rate. Your series is fine the way it is. You don't need to move anything. Oh, except Chamsy, yeah, sure. Hey, Amp. What do you guys think about this SSB? I'm not quite sure about it. Like, I mean, I think there's very varied ways you could. I think the defense is my main issue on this one. But it's on lifesteal, so it's like, it's really hard to get the stats. Yeah, you think so? With lifesteal, that's fine. Because it does more damage. Not great for RTA. Mimo Carp, welcome to stream. Yeah, I know it's not as tanky for sure. Like usually the tanky ones are generally on immunity double crit, or you know, crit set, hit set, immunity. But this being on a lifesteal, I know the limitations. But yeah, I mean, maybe it heals back enough. I don't know. Not great for RTA. Yeah, so probably listen to that. Try. Yeah, like if you want to stick with the lifesteal, maybe try finding like DPS based defense main ring. Maybe. I mean, you have 24 health there, so I mean that's something you probably want to supply back. So like maybe yeah, like a defense main ring with damage subs. If you actually draft CDOM, I think that's fine. Ravi ideally on immunity. You see, I mean, this is what I meant, like guys. Like when you guys saying that something needs immunity, I mean everyone needs immunity, except yeah, Champion Zerato. Use the cleaver last season. Oh yeah, for the SSB. Cleave the SSB, huh? Oh, that's pretty gross. So you get her a turn, and then anything they do, you get another S2 in the face. Sick player. Alencia, I'd say that she's fine. Most people right now would say that she's too slow. 200 speed, I think, is where you want her. Otherwise, I mean, it's gonna be hard. You have some really good stats in this one, so it's gonna be hard to move things around. You probably have to like ungear full hero, or at least do like a swap between like 3-4 heroes to get the build you want. But I personally don't use Alencia anymore, but I know that some people still do, so I think she's still a good investment. And then F10E, like I said, at that speed has to be on immunity, otherwise everything else is okay. Speed, ideally faster, but that's asking might be too much. Momo is way too low F-res. The Sage Ball is very good. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. That's pretty much it. I would actually concentrate on a decent Basar. Get him a 250 speed. You know, Basar is actually still very good on a Toggle's Ancient Book. Still very good hero. Uzo not like shuffles 230 Alencia. Is this 230? That's crazy. Yeah, I would definitely do it. Like Basar still scares some type of players. The people who rely on buffs. Basar F10 double picks are pretty good. Especially I don't think you have Bryce Syria because no, you don't. Yeah, so it's just good to have. Like Basar has like always been an annoyance. He's not as OP as he was in the past, but he's still really good, especially if you get him really fast. He's a good Cerise counter too. Okay, so at least my style is I prefer Toggle's Ancient Book. I don't like using Abyssal Crown. I don't like use anything with effect. One of Basar's strengths is that he ignores effect resist. So mine is like on like I think it's a HP main ring or something with like 60 something effectiveness in case I want to bring him to some PvE. But I go for bulk and speed myself. Yeah, same, exactly the same Uzo. My thought process is that Basar usually like helps the entire team win after the first turn. So like that's my thinking process. But I know some people like high effect with like Abyssal Crown. I personally don't like the RNG check. Any hero that can benefit from bypassing RNG, like your Cowerick, I just put book on. Like especially if they're a mage, like why are you not taking advantage of it? So if you somehow still keep your Cowerick, Toggle's Ancient Book on him as well. You don't even need effectiveness. Ruel, you won't see much if you're gonna pick her into RTA. Definitely, unless you're stealing it, which a lot of people don't really use her. If it's high debuff comps, don't pick her too soon. She's a very good last pick, I think. It can throw some people off. Dragon, I always think that why anyone need immunity with all the meta stripper around. Well, you need immunity because most, like some heroes, they can't strip and debuff at the same time, right? Not all heroes can strip and debuff at the same time. Sometimes they're separate, sometimes they can't even strip. So in that case, like if you have the immunity, it's a safety check for, you know, you allowing to set up another immunity on the next turn or something like that. But it's always good to have immunity on your hero. Dien is fine if you use her. Dizzy is fine. Violin is usually the more popular one, because then you can bring her into like Remnant Violets and stuff with pretty safe results. But the actual meta is pretty much stripper debuff. Well, I mean, if you struggle with it, you pre-ban it, right? Or you select it yourself, right? So, I mean, it's not like it's gonna be like everybody's gonna draft, strip, and debuff. Like, sometimes it just doesn't work that way, and you still want the immunity on the first turn. Like that logic, Itero, is something that I think Sour Pie was talking about. Like, we were making fun of this comment on YouTube. There was someone, yeah. Actually, no, that was exactly it. The comment was, why immunity anyway? You're gonna get stripped. But then I think it was Sour Pie that came up with like, well, why do you need defense? Everybody's gonna have high damage or something. That's like, why do you need defense when people have attack, right? Like it's that, right? Like it's like that's weird logic. If that is your excuse for not running immunity, it's because people strip. Then that is really weird logic, right? You want to match you guys because the guy didn't have immunity on Vivian. I stunned her, so she didn't do anything. Yeah. I know, Itero, it's not the same, but it's actually more or less the same logical, like, train of thought, right? Because immunity technically is to counter debuffs, and I know you're saying, like, if you strip it away, it's gone, right? But then it's just like, you know, why do I need to put up any buffs? People are going to strip it anyway, right? Why do I need attack buff? They're going to strip it. Why do I need defense buff? They're going to strip it. But the thing is, it doesn't work that way, right? I try to move a set of gear from one hero to another in order to do better job for RTA, but I don't know who. Okay, so in terms of like GVG hero versus RTA heroes, to most of us they're more or less the same. Especially now, I feel they're more or less the same. I'm not quite sure like what you think is an RTA hero, what you think is a GVG hero. But if you have a GVG hero built and you don't use it for RTA, you can still have them built. And then I guess you just farm over time for RTA heroes. Yeah, actually, Amp has a point. Amp has a point. If you have immunity on, there's a 15% chance that they don't strip, and then therefore the debuffs have a 100% chance of not landing. It's double RNG check. It is always the better check. Like DN good gear, but don't use often, like a waste. Okay, so I mean that depends on if you have a hero now that needs DN's gear that you're gonna bring into RTA, right? That becomes the question. I would say like just go into RTA and start experimenting more. I mean, this is like literally like what my experience is now. It's just like, you know, I'm RTA pleb, but then I'm starting to do it. I'm just realizing, okay, my spec 10 is a bit squishy, so let's up that. But like if you have gear in here that you're just like, oh, I could use this on like another Soul Weaver that I bring into RTA, then yeah, I'm just saying that, okay, then perhaps lower it. But it feels like maybe you're thinking about it too much right now. You're just like, okay, I have all this gear, I need to have all my RTA roster ready to do well. So I don't think you need to have that mentality. No one really uses DN's gear. Actually, yeah, that's an interesting one. You're right. I mean, in case he needs maybe another Soul Weaver, right? Or something, I guess. I don't know. DN is just an example that he gave, but don't read too much into that. Yeah, that would be my advice right now. I don't know. Because, I mean, you can also start developing, once you do RTA more, you could develop some meme strategies, right? So you start building heroes that most other people won't build, right? There are a couple players like that. I mean, Amp on stream literally killed me with Guider Aether. And now it's like everybody's on YouTube is like, what the heck is that Guider Aether? Right? Like, you don't know. You don't know what can work. It's just like you have to prove it out, right? Ray? Yeah, Ray is a pretty... Does he have Ray? No, he doesn't have Ray. Okay. Yeah, you watched that, right? Yeah, so, I mean... Like, I get it. Like, if you're, like, kind of, like, you're kind of nervous because, you know, it's maybe your first push into RTA this season. I get your nervousness. But you don't have to. Your gear is actually good. Your gear is actually good. And I would just say, yeah, it's more trial and error. And every player, honestly, has different styles at the end. That's why we have, like, kind of different accounts, different builds. You know, people use different heroes differently. So, I know that doesn't really help much in terms of your question. But that's my advice, honestly, just get your feet wet and then see. Good old golden boy cleave. Break, man. That was embarrassing, but it was really good though. I really enjoyed getting... I can't even use the word I was gonna use, but getting owned by Guider Aether. It was a really good experience. Does that help a bit? Hopefully, Onepunchman? I don't know if it helps, honestly. I felt like that was very unproductive. I just say though, you do have the gear, so be confident with that. You have the gear. You're not like my like general account help where I'm just like, oh, you need to farm more Wyvern. I think you know what to do. And yeah, and of course we always have the Iggy chat. If you have specific builds, just ask. Like, I'm not the expert here. The guys in the banana chat are the expert. You learned a lot, I hope, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna return the account to you, okay?